what's your take, Bill, on the WBC? He came out and said that both Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they requested to postpone the fight and agreed to fight later on. Let me play the audio for you.
We have been in communications with all camps to see what is it that is doable. A fight of that magnitude, both sides, Haney and Ryan Garcia, wish it to be held with public, with a sold-out stadium. So Haney is going to do a defense against Linares, and the winner has to face Fortuna. Fortuna had a signed contract to fight Linares, and due to COVID last year, that fight did not take place, and Fortuna has accepted Linares to face Haney with the condition that the winner faces him within 90 days. We understand Teofimo Lopez is doing the IBF mandatory in I believe, June. And we're waiting for Ryan Garcia to see what is going to be his next step. But what we have right now confirmed is Haney against Linares and the winner fighting Fortuna.
You mentioned Haney versus Linares. I spoke to Eddie Hearn before Devin Haney boxed Yuriorkis Gamboa. Obviously, I've caught up with him since then. And the plan was always to be the interim champion, Ryan Garcia, because obviously he beat Luke Campbell, versus the winner of Devin Haney versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. How come that fight can't be made? We can see fans now in America. Texas is now opened up. Las Vegas is soon to open up. There's fans around, as you mentioned, even with Canelo a few weeks ago, and the situation is changing. Why did Devin Haney fight Jorge Linares when he has an interim champion in waiting as well as a mandatory challenger in waiting?
Well, we discussed this with both camps. I was talking with Mr. Haney continuously, talking to Golden Boy and talking to Garcia side. And what they both requested was to give more time for that fight to build up.
Ryan Garcia has officially petitioned to one fight before facing Haney, with the hopes that circumstances regarding Live Gate will improve in the coming months.
Now, listen, circumstances have changed. Texas is wide open. Florida is wide open. Canelo is killing them. Canelo is killing them. Canelo is getting money hand over fist. His big homie is getting money like a, you did. His big homie is getting money. He's checking it like the roof is on fire.
Yes,
so
sir.
Those are the coming months. And you've never seen where a fighter that has fought for an interim title had the world champion fly all the way to Texas, watch the fight, and then he petitions to fight somebody else.
We're very disappointed that Ryan Garcia is choosing not to fight Haney at this time, especially when this fight with Campbell was a final eliminator. Ryan Garcia has officially petitioned to one fight before facing Devin Haney. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We see it. So
hold on. Yep.
You literally can't make it up.
That's not because we wanted. Listen. They did, and we don't got no problem with still fighting him at another date. But we didn't. We weren't the one that's petitioned. We go along with it, but you know what I mean. You can't blame that on us.
That's right. You see it. It's clear as day. Ryan Garcia petitioned not to fight, and that they sorry for the disappointment that Ryan Garcia chose not to fight Devin Haney after the eliminator with Luke Campbell. So, I mean, like I said, this is all on Ryan Garcia and his team because Devin Haney wanted the smoke from day one.
Come on, man. No, you're not gonna do that. We're gonna do our best to make these fights happen, but you're not going to. No one is going to assassinate Devin as if he's not ready. We didn't fly to Texas to then say that we want to not fight him, right? What would we fly to Texas for? We flew to Texas and the guy says, Tank, Tank, Tank. Who we want Tank? We want Tank. Come on, man. What we gonna fly to Texas for then? At a time when if you're not really making any money and you're not really even doing nothing, then you should probably stay home, right? It's not a time to be just jumping around just to be jumping around.
I do want to ask you, we know Ryan Garcia, he always said he don't want to fight Devin Haney until last because he believes Devin beats T.O. and Tank. According to Ryan, he says Devin is the toughest out of the bunch, so he want to save him last. There's no secret. There's no surprise to him petitioning not to fight Devin Haney, just like Teofimo and Lomachenko did, including Fortuna. But I do want to ask you, he has petitioned for the WBC. Oh, that's for the Fortuna joint.
Bro, I can't make these receipts up, dog. When Devin petitioned to fight him, right, for the belt, what did he do? So how do you fall from number one to number two if you're not trying to do something else other than fight him? Come on, man. Keeping it 100.
Right.
When it came to the glory, just like with Floyd and the rest of it, when it came time that it was all about just the money, promoters don't have no problem selling them out, right? But when it came to the glory and getting into position, they weren't nowhere to be found. When he caught wind, and Javier Fortuna and Lomachenko caught wind, what they weren't trying to fight him. We've been trying to fight him, right? When Jorge Linares, they was trying to fight Jorge Linares. Linares was trying to fight Luke Campbell. He tried to fight, he beat Luke Campbell, excuse me. Jorge Linares was trying to fight Ryan Garcia, and he was trying to fight Javier Fortuna, right?
Yeah.
Them guys didn't want to fight us, and they didn't want to fight him. Well, I'll take that back. The fight with Javier Fortuna and Linares fell out because of COVID.
Yeah.
Javier Fortuna didn't want to fight us, right? We started looking for Jorge Linares because we know that Jorge Linares will fight anybody. Just like we know about Gamboa. Gamboa only had lost to, everybody's talking about Gamboa, he had only lost to Gervonta Davis and Terrence Crawford. And the one loss that he had because he didn't train and all the other stuff that's legendary, just like Linares. Jorge Linares didn't lose to Luke Campbell. Jorge Linares only then lost to Lomachenko. He got more fights in that he didn't won than Lomachenko got or Teofimo Lopez got. Only losing to Vasil Lomachenko after he dropped him. He the only man to drop him in his whole time of being on the pound-for-pound list. He's the only person that sat him down. So we know that he got the power. We know that he's a hell of a fighter. And although we've been looking for the right name, we've knocked on all those guys' doors about fighting. When we talk about the WBC, he's won every belt inside the WBC. We had Gervonta Tank Davis that was his mandatory. Instead of Gervonta Davis exercising the mandatory, he went to the WBA and took a junior belt, right? That's what he did. And then after that, he dropped down to 130. When Teofimo Lopez and Javier Fortuna was in the WBC tournament, they got out the tournament. We stayed in the tournament and we fought the number one person to fight Luke Campbell or to fight Vasil Lomachenko was Zaira Abdulaev. When we defended against the undefeated Alfredo Santiago, he was ranked in the top 10 in the WBC.
That's right. Devin definitely fought his way up all the way to the top.
And their machine is big enough that they can start this email shit, but they're the biggest email champions that petition to, instead of fighting, I think you petition to fight, not petition to not fight, right? So they're saying Devin is petitioning to fight Lomachenko, which makes him an email champion, but they're petitioning not to fight him, both Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. So who's the real email champions? But these people, some people enjoy piss on top of their heads. They're pissing on your head and telling you it's rain. You acting like you enjoying it. You acting like it's really rain, because Devin was the same thing that Ryan Garcia is. Why didn't you give Lomachenko a hard time? It was the same exact process. And he, according to him, emailed Top Rank and asked to be a franchise champion and not fight.
Hold it. Who do you guys want? Who do you guys want? Which one? We want Tank. We want Tank. You hear this? Let's go.
Tank, I'm going to say it in front of Mike and Jeremy. If you do not take this fight, your legacy is forever tainted. Nobody will ever remember your name. Nobody. The money's there. I know you love money, but money's there. If you don't take the fight next, your whole legacy forever is tainted if you don't take the next fight with me. Oh my God.
God damn, Tang. I ain't never heard no shit like this.
To me, he's not really interested in the Haney fight.
Yeah, I don't listen. He
doesn't excite me. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, but it's a massive fight.
But be honest right now. Has he fought anybody you say, damn, that's a good fight?
But let me tell you something. Devin wants to fight. Devin wants to fight everybody, right?
I want to fight everybody,
Yeah,
but he didn't. That's the fact.
Yeah,
he
but
never did.
Yeah, and we do need a big fight, right? You haven't really had a big fight. You boxed Luke Campbell. It was a great win, right?
Thank you.
But I just feel that you and Devin is a super fight. It sells out the Staples Center. You make a fortune. But as I've said in every interview, if you get Tank or you get Pacquiao, I can't argue. If you don't, I think you should consider Devin Haney, personally, because I think it's a massive fight for massive money, and if you believe you can win...
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but then you should take the fight. If you don't get those other fights. But I respect you for chasing...
But if I do get it...
Oh, I respect you, and I say 100% that was the right move for you. But if you don't, I would like you to consider Devin Haney.
Okay, I will.
I got Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney, I mean, you see with Nakatani, Lopez had a little bit of trouble with that right hand over the top. I think Devin's even a little bit more craftier, obviously more craftier than Nakatani. I think Devin beats Teofimo. I think Teofimo has a great fight with Tank, but I still feel Tank beats him. I feel Devin beats Tank, and I beat Tank. I beat everybody.
Toughest challenge would be, I think, against Devin Haney.
On all the top lightweights, he makes the less money. You have the most followers, the most everything, but you make the less money. How does that make sense? How are you the money guy? He doesn't have a belt, and he makes the less money. They want to fight you. People want to fight him. With no disrespect, I like Ryan. Me and Ryan, we got a lot of history together, and I like him. But they want to fight you because they feel like you have followers, and you are the weakest link. That's what they feel. I'm not saying that it's true. We don't know who the weakest link is. We got to see. Everybody has to fight each other. But in reality, let's be real. Like, everybody needs to stop sugarcoating it, and let's be real. People want to fight him because they feel like he's the weakest link. Everybody wants to fight him because they feel like he has followers and he's the easiest fight. Let's be real. It's like a hidden secret, but nobody's trying to say it. It's the truth. That is the truth. That is why everybody wants to fight him.
It's just everything fell through because of certain things on Manny's end.
Just want to make it real clear. My fight with Pacquiao would not be an exhibition. It will be a real fight, shooting for 12 rounds, all on the line, our records on the line. Just want to make that very clear for everybody with confusion.